say this every Tuesday morning, and today makes me want to say it even more. I am changing their bedtime to 6 o'clock on Monday night.
Yes, please.
What?
I'm tired. So tired.
It's 7:09. I've been in here for 9 minutes trying to get these hoodlums out of bed. 6 o'clock is your bedtime next week.
No.
No. I told them if they wanted to continue this lifestyle, they need to start drinking coffee.
No.
Happy Tuesday.
So I gotta tell you how excited I am to do this. We're gonna hop in the truck right now and we're gonna take off across to a backside of a farm that I knew of because my coach, my football coach when I was in 6th grade, had a property that he lived in at the end of the road to this property. And I didn't realize it was connected to this old Morrison farm. And so here's the cool thing. That house got bought by a guy by the name of Bob Jones, who's prophetic and spoke in IHOP and Bethel and all these other places. So, hey, you guys, I know if you know of Bob Jones or Bob Jones spoke into your life, I peed in Bob Jones' pool when I was a kid. I used to go swimming over at Coach Carey's. And Coach Carey's old house got bought by Bob Jones, and Bob lived there the rest of his days until he went on to be with Jesus. At the end of that road, this is what's so interesting. Bob Jones put his house there. At the end of that road where he lived, if you go back in and you circle back in the back of the farm, boom, right back there is my Patriot ancestry and graves. There's a Patriot graveyard in the woods that I found. So here's the story. I was in Maryland researching my Patriot ancestry. I found James Stewart, who came into Virginia, run off by Indians, Native Americans, out of Virginia, and he came down here to Iredell County, which was Rowan County back then, settled and brought his family. One of his sons, the youngest son, John Stewart, my ancestor, grandfather up the line, he settled in this area, married into the McKee family, and then the Morrison family and other families were here. Arthur Dobbs, governor of the state at that point, built a French and Indian war fort in Iredell County. It's the only French and Indian war fort in the South. Right now, they're restoring that fort. They're finding all the stories and finding out all the history. They don't have this history. This is what's cool. Well, Fourth Creek Congregation had its own, this little church that was started that was related to this group that lived here in the fort. Fourth Creek Congregation had its own burial ground area that was lost. I found it the other day. My brother and dad were actually cutting wood on the site that turns out to be it from all the old writings. So these old writings come from the 1700s and 1800s from contemporaries that lived back then and knew where it was until it was lost. Fourth Creek Congregation moved into Statesville and is there to this date. In the Morrison Farm area, there was another church planted off of Fourth Creek Congregation. It was another Presbyterian church, and that is Concord Presbyterian Church. It's still there to this date. My family had a part in both those congregations being started. The Morrison Farm is the burial ground for the family and those related. And guess what we found in there? We found a really cool thing that I'm going to show you when I get in there. It is about 100 graves. They were lost. I got online searching it out, found the registry at the federal government level where they were registering where Patriot graves were. So they had registered that my ancestor's Patriot grave, because he was a Revolutionary War soldier, he was buried in that graveyard. Well, there was no map, no information, nor address or anything about that graveyard until I got online and started really searching in other old documents. Then I found a document here at UNC Chapel Hill, and it was related to a pastor who wrote down the information about it. I found that information from when it still was existing and open. I located it on a map. When I got on the map from Maryland in Google Maps, Mom had told me that the Google car had just come through and taken video of all the area. So I got on Google Maps, I did Street View. I found the place where it should be. At the house that's across from that area, I took myself and scooted myself as far as I could down that road, out, away from everybody, and then I scooted myself into the woods. And when I scooted myself the view into the woods on Google Street View, I saw a grave. The video or the pictures have been taken during the fall, and you could see into the woods and you could see the leaves. I found it. Then I found information online about it. Now I'm going out to document it, and we're going to start making this thing happen. So anyway, Lori may have already put this in a breakout video. I don't know. If so, click here and go to the breakout. If it's a part of the video for the day, come with me. Let's see what happens next. I got so much more to share. This is fun. All right, I got a bit of a drive. I'm getting ready to go meet with Alan Smith and Pastor Steve Watson from New Life Church. We're going to be going over org charts and organization. I'm helping to build out some of the lead team and structure and the people pathway. Getting really excited about this because you guys who know me in operations, you know that this excites me. I'm going to tell you so much more about that story. Lori and I are probably going to do a frequently asked questions things on Friday and talk about how we got here, what that backstory is, and what's happening with that, because it's really exciting and there's a lot of moving pieces, and I want you all to know because we're about to see God do some stuff and it's fun. So heading off to that, I'm going back to the Yellow Deli all the way in Midnight. If you haven't been there yet, you got to go check it out. And I believe I'll probably be there for the rest of the day, meeting with folks and working on stuff and doing IT stuff, because that's got great Wi-Fi. That place is great. All right, go with me. Let's have fun. Well, I just stopped in at the little post office here, dropped off my Maryland tags. We're done. This is it. They're in Maryland. All the Maryland property is done. All the Maryland transition's done. We are in North Carolina now, and that feels final. I mean, it's amazing how long this has taken, but we're there. So now on to that meeting. All right, I'm back at the Yellow Deli. This time I'm working. I'm already working on some stuff for New Life. And look at this this little cool umbrella that's under here, built into the table, and this cute little, look at that circular table thing going on. And this is just too cool. You got a view over here of looking downstairs, and of course up there at the view of all that area. Isn't that cool? I really, 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 really love this place. So anyway, we're gonna hang out. I got space for Alan and Steve. We're gonna jump into some of the depth of what New Life's about, core values, DNA, getting some stuff together we can point to the elders and they can give us directives on, get in front of folks like Brian Cohn who can develop it, and Trevor Craig, getting some real definition, creating a people pathway. We got some directives. This is gonna be fun. This is where I rock out. So we're actually building out and preparing for revival. And what's exciting is this church is letting us do it. Very, very cool.
You have seen. Well, let me ask you this. How did it feel to see it?
Sin's always good. That's how I know I sin. That's how I know I sin. It's too good.
Okay, Jason's not admitting to sin. I'm here videoing. He ate a cinnamon roll, I think.
Confess your sin. No, it had fruit on it. It had bananas and strawberries.
Oh, there you
and
go.
walnuts.
Oh, does that make it healthy?
Yeah, it was a honeycomb.
Oh, that makes it healthy. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay.
All right. I'm at Smith Farm Dairy, and I'm hanging out with Jenna.
Hi.
And we are working on all of her stuff. We're just having this kind of hangout session, getting deep into the channel, creating all kinds of cool ways for social media to take her out there. And you guys, I'm telling you, you're about to see this face a lot. And we are excited about what's happening with her whole butterfly effect. So you'll hear more about the butterfly effect, the bee, and we'll fill you in about it later. But I just want to start vlogging it here. This is what we're doing for the rest of the afternoon. It's awesome, and things are going well. If you're out there and you're building a channel out, you gotta go check out Fiverr.com. That's Fiverr.com. That's what we're doing now. We're getting great stuff there, and if you're out there doing Fiverr, thank you for what you do. It's awesome. Anyway, see you guys. We found the logo for Butterfly Effect. It's right there, baby. Maybe not so much. If you know about Butterfly Effect, which you'll hear about later, it's definitely probably not that. Maybe it is that. Maybe that's prophetic. We don't know. That's what Jenna pointed at when we pulled it up. She's like, there.
It was serious. You gotta find humor in it. So you laugh your way through everything.
There you go.
Okay, we did it! Early voting!
There were only 9 people in front of me, and it took, what, 5 minutes? We didn't even get to finish the first page of Treasure Island.
We went to school, we voted, and now we're on the way to Yaya's house.
And what is your bedtime next week?
Do I have to go to bed at 6?
No. Annabeth, tell everybody about your voting experience.
It smelled like, the food bank.
Where we used to volunteer. Was there a long line or a short line?
A very short one.
Who did I vote for?
I don't remember. But you voted for, I'm not telling. I know who is actually in it, but I'm not gonna tell.
And then on the back page, we found a really cool name.
And it's had our last name and my grandpa's name.
Someone has our family name
And my grandpa's name.
on both sides of the family.
Lawrence Hedrick.
I want to go on the record that we've been working on Jenna's stuff all day, right? And in case, kids, you ever get this journal and you open it up and you see the butterflies for like 3 pages, yeah, it was for her butterfly effect. I want to go on the record, I don't sit around drawing butterflies all day. Okay, so I'm throwing Jenna on the spot. And I just asked her to take a second. I want to hear more about what's coming with the changes on her channel that we're talking about. And so, Jenna, okay, tell us the truth. Are we gonna see more and hear more about Isaac?
Yes, I'll be a big part of it.
Ah, so that's a nice change.
Yes. Since August, God has rapidly moved through my life and brought many changes that I was not expecting. And I thought it was time to update what I'm doing and where I'm going and just include people in on it. Because this journey is not for me, it's for everybody else. And it's for people to see what God can do through somebody. So, stay tuned to see.
And how soon are we probably going to hear about what this butterfly effect is?
Week. 2
Ooh,
weeks.
cool. Okay, well, here you go. That's from Jenna, guys. Awesome. Yeah.
That's a bad angle.
That's what you get for picking at me.
No.
We're videoing. I like that angle. So we're finishing up the night. We
Just finish.
Something about pennies.
exactly. We hung out with Jason and Heather, and Lori's telling on herself because she's all like pulling pranks on me all my life. So
It's better than Deliverance stories.
pennies on the fan. They're not cute. It's not funny.
Don't worry, I'll reenact
hurts.
it so you guys can see.
Anyway, we just had a great night with these guys, and we are heading out, so we got to finish this by saying, don't forget, keep family second, Jesus first. What did you do?
I said,
No, I mean, what did you do that made them come? They're coming after you.
oh. So the fire department just took off and their cooler or 5-gallon bucket just fell off their truck. Oh no. So a car hit it. Dustin's gonna take it over to the fire department so they're not without. We could follow the fire truck.
That's full.
Okay, so you guys have to take it over.
Oh, no, I'm going to drive it over.
No.
Go in the back of the truck.
Here.
Are you kidding me? It's all the way over there. It's past Family Dollar. You really want us to walk together this way?
Dustin, this is how your sermons are built.
I know, this is how my sermons are built.